Mall News at 9. I'm Walter Gregory, and here with me is Barbara Jennings.
Today we'll be discussing the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. A mentally disturbed man, Adam Lanza, shot 20 children and 6 adults.
We will tune into a speech from the President of the United States and interview a witness of the shooting.
Let us go live to the President's speech on this tragedy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today because of the tragedy that struck in Connecticut at Sandy Hook Elementary. On December 14th, beginning at 9:30 a.m., 26 people were murdered, 20 children and 6 adults. We are mourning the loss of fearless Daniel, always in the pursuit of happiness, Mrs. Rachel Gavino, humorous Olivia, Josephine, Dylan, Mrs. Dawn Hodgson, sweet Madeline, who loved to stay active, Catherine, Chase, a baseball lover and Cub Scout, Miss Nancy Lanza, his own mother, Content Jesse, who loved math and riding horses, Anna, James, Grace, the light and love, Mrs. Anne Marie, Emily, Jack, Noah, who had a huge heart, Caroline, Jessica, who also loved horses, Mrs. Lauren Russo, Mrs. Mary Sherlock, Mrs. Victoria Soto, Benjamin, who was creative and very bright, and last but not least, Allison, who was funny and intelligent. They may be gone, but they are not forgotten. They will forever be in our hearts. The culprit of this crime is Adam Lanza. He also killed his mother before he arrived at the school. He is no longer at large. He took his own life after this severe tragedy. We understand this is a tough situation for everyone, but we should come together and be strong. We should sympathize for the ones who are involved or affected by this tragedy. We should help them try to ease the pain. This isn't going to get easier, but we should try. We must try to find the reason he committed such a crime. We believe that he may have been mentally disturbed or emotionally unstable. Neither justify the occurrence of this shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary, where innocent people were killed, but we should still try to find out why. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.
As you can see, this event is taking a toll on everybody. Thank you, Mr. President, for such a comforting speech.
Now let's move to the interview of Barbara Sibley. Hi, I'm Walter Gregory, and here today with me is Barbara Sibley. Today we will be discussing the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. So Barbara, you told me your son left a book at home.
Yes, soon after he left, I noticed one of his books was on the counter, and I just figured, okay, I'll take it to him, I'll drive to him to school and bring it to him. So as I was driving, I saw around 10 kids probably like running to the firehouse, and I thought that was weird, like what are they doing? So I just kept driving and when I got to the school, I noticed there was this black car and it had all the doors open.
So what were you thinking at this time?
I was just very confused, like mostly wondering what was going on. So when I walked up to the front of the building, there's this door where you buzz in, and to the right of the door there's a window. And the window was completely shattered. And at this point I was frightened and worried. And so right after that, before I could really process anything, I heard gunshots, and I didn't know what to do. I just ran, really.
Wow, I really couldn't imagine what you were feeling.
It's hard to explain. I was just very scared. And so soon after that, I saw teachers streaming out of the building with their kids. There were teacher aides around helping, like around the sides of the lines, and then people in the back of the line. And so I just figured, I'll look for my son's teacher, so hopefully, God willing, he'd be safe too.
Yeah. So, did you ever see?
Yes, I finally saw him and his teacher and his friends, and I was just I was filled with gratitude.
Wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah, I feel so lucky because there are other people and they lost one of their children from a shooting, and I have 3 children, twins, who go to the afternoon kindergarten program at the school, and all 3 of mine are safe and sound.
So, tell us, after you found your son, what happened next?
I didn't want to rush up to him and scare him because he's probably already very frightened. So I waited for him to come to me, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, Mom!" I was like, "Yeah, scary." And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You want to go down to the firehouse?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I gave him a big hug, and we walked to the firehouse.
Wow, what a terrible, touching story.
Yes, I could not imagine what it would be like to experience such a tense situation.
Well, folks, that's all we have for you today.
We will see you guys tomorrow at 9 sharp.